All right, Mr. D, I see we have tools here. What are you going to do for us today?
We have tools. We're going to talk about getting them ready for the winter.
Okay.
And one of the first things you need to do with your sharp tools is to sharpen them. You know, don't store a dull tool in the wintertime. You go ahead and just like you don't store your lawnmower with dirty oil and go on and change the oil in your lawnmower. Get everything in good shape going into the winter. So we're going to sharpen a couple of tools here. I've got a hoe that I can sharpen. I've got an axe that I can sharpen, and the best, in my opinion, the best tool to use for those jobs is a file. This is a typical file, 10-inch file. It's what my dad used back in the old days, and it's what I use. The reason I like it is I almost can't take off too much metal. Mm-hmm. If I take this hoe and put it on a grinder, and if I don't know what I'm doing, I can mess it up pretty quickly, and either a side grinder or a fixed grinder. So I really, really like a file because you can, with a few strokes, you can do a lot of good. You don't take a lot of metal off, and you can sharpen the blade. So let me get turned around here. I'm going to get my gloves on and get turned around here and get set up and sharpen this hoe to get it ready to go into the winter.
And of course, these are tools that you use around the house,
These are tools I use around the house, in the garden. And every once in a while, I actually take them and use them on my job. Because my tools are better than some of the ones that they try to provide for me. Let me see if I can get turned around here.
Look at the technique.
It's very important that you secure the tool that you're working on pretty good. If you can't do it this way, use a vise. You can use a vise, but always safety is the number one thing. But it's a pretty simple thing. I use the sharp end of the file to clean any dirt off of it that I may have. Pretty good. And then just long, slow strokes.
Sharp.
It's getting there.
All right.
Getting there. I think it'd do a little damage to pigweed.
Yeah.
I believe, which has brought the herbicide-resistant weeds have brought this thing back.
That's right. That's right. I've heard.
And it's some of the farmers have to have hoe crews out there, and it's a lot more expensive running a hoe crew than it is spraying a field with a chemical herbicide.
And I've actually seen some of those crews out in the field. So yeah, you're exactly right.
In pretty good shape.
All right.
I'm going to get a couple of strokes on them. Knock off any burs. See how that feels. Let me wallop you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good shape. I'm going to just put some regular penetrating oil, WD-40, any kind of oil like that. Do the trick. Put it on there. Yeah. How about that?
Now, why we need to do that, Mr. D?
Keep it from rusting.
Okay, rusting. Okay.
I'm going to go on and kind of coat all of the oil with it. Let me. Give it a little bit extra. You almost can't put too much oil on it. My dad used to keep his burnt cylinder oil in a 5-gallon bucket. And the way he stored his tools is he just set these in the burnt cylinder oil. So they'd sit totally immersed in oil anytime they weren't being used. Okay, now as far as the handles are concerned, I always like to get a little fine sandpaper, and I'll just run it over these handles. Make sure you knock any burrs off of it. I'm not going to do a lot because it doesn't need it a lot. But you noticed some came off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we can
feel
see
that.
that.
Feel how that.
Oh, yeah, already
smooth that
slick.
is.
Oh yeah, that is
Pretty
slick.
smooth.
It sure is.
First, I'm going to just take this is the same cloth I'm going to put linseed oil on, rub it down, but I'm going to kind of rub the sawdust off of these handles a little bit, get them kind of clean. All right, linseed oil, boiled linseed oil. I don't know whether they have it in any other form. Every can I've seen has been boiled linseed oil. This is a task that works better if this is kind of warm. So I don't recommend going outside, when it's 40 degrees, 30 or 40 degrees, and doing this on the bed of your pickup truck, because the wood will absorb the linseed oil much better if it's a little bit warm. This can of linseed oil is probably 20 years old. You buy one can of linseed oil, it's going to last you a long time.
Oh
I mean, this is all I use it for.
Do you know what linseed looks like?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't know what it looks like. Do you, Mr. D? I don't.
The crop?
Actually, I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never heard of a lin.
A land plant?
Right.
I will check that out.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
share
have
that
to
with you.
investigate.
In the future, we'll
Because
figure
I'm
out
sitting
where
there thinking,
linseed comes from.
linseed? I was like,
Very good question. Well, folks,
whatever it is,
I think
it
these
works
are
good.
ready for the winter time.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's ready for the winter.
All right, Mr. D, we appreciate that demonstration.
You're most welcome.
All right, and we'll hold you to doing that every year, right, Mr. Tom?
Okay, got to.
All right,
Take
thank you
care of your
much.
equipment, and we'll take care of you.
That's right.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. To find out more information on this topic, just click on the familyplotgarden.com link in the description.